Yeah, I want to remind people to fly your state flag. To hell with D.C. I know I saw people like thinking, yeah, we're going to send Trump to D.C. and he's going to straighten everything out. Well, I kind of doubt it because he's talking on Sean Hannity, Fox News, and Sean Hannity can go to hell, man. I can tell you that right now. And all these conservatives and liberals, I don't really fit into any kind of category. The way I'm looking at it is we don't need too much centralized control anymore. So, one way to really kind of like peacefully throw a message up to freaking Washington, D.C. in general, no matter who the hell's in there, because it's almost like you're sending somebody to Washington, D.C., and you want to, and it's like you're thinking you're going to you want to give this guy all the power in the world because he's the good guy and he's going to straighten things out for us. Well, you know what? That's not the way to think. We don't need nobody to straighten anything out. We need those people to just go to hell. We need to just go back to states' rights. We need to have a lot less government. See what I'm saying? It's like when you have the attitude, like even if the person's a perfectly moral person, highly qualified, level-headed, you know, a saint, and guy's gonna live 50 years in a position, maybe, right? So you had this like benevolent dictator. Well, you know what? That's not a solution forever anyway, because as soon as something happens with that guy, everything goes to crap. And you know what? There's no such thing as a perfect dictator anyway. That's what kind of people are thinking about when they want to like send this strong leader to Washington D.C. and fix everything. Hey, how about just ignore Washington D.C.? We don't need them. Is that not just common sense? So I'm kind of like putting out something here. I don't know if it's going to go too far because I don't have the most influence in the world here on YouTube, but I did my part. I just figured, what the hell? I'm flying my state flag, which is Florida, and I know. I don't think it's. I guess it could have Spanish and Confederate lineage if you really want to think of it that way. Some people look at the red X and they say I don't think nothing wrong with that, but that's could be either one. But that's what the flag is, and I don't care where you're from. Just exercise your state rights. We should start taking down, and not to say that doesn't mean you're anti-American, but you got to remember, this country really was formed as the United States, not the United State. We weren't formed as the Union of the States. We were formed as the United States, where the states had more power than the central federal government. I guess that was kind of decided after the war between the states. But that's why we started getting into more and more problems since that time with World War I, the Federal Reserve, the income tax amendment that was passed, the 16th Amendment, World War II, the Great Depression caused by the Federal Reserve, and endless wars with Korea, involvement in the United Nations, all this garbage. To hell with Washington, D.C. altogether. How's that? And the way to really do it is like everybody in every state, no matter where you're from, if you're flying an American flag, it's not disrespecting the United States, but just remind them, if you're from Alabama, fly the Alabama flag. You're from Georgia, fly that. You're from New York, fly that. You're from Connecticut, fly that. From West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Utah, California, the Gold State, Gold Rush State, fly it. Alaska, doesn't matter. Montana, Nevada, Arizona, fly your state flag. It's not like you're being anti-American, but you're just. This is what America was formed as: United States. Division of powers. We're getting way too much power in D.C. So we think we're going to send a strong leader to D.C. and fix everything. It's kind of like we already lost. As soon as you got that attitude, you got to have a strong leader to fix everything. You already blew the whole concept right from day one, right? So that's my message is, just get back to states' rights. And, that's if you're flying your state flag, I can't see how they could say that's wrong. How could they? Somebody might say it's wrong because there's always something the way somebody thinks, but it really isn't wrong to do that. Whatever state you're from, doesn't matter. If you're from Connecticut or Massachusetts, fly your state flag. Maine, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Mississippi, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Kansas, whatever. Illinois, I'm forgetting, Oregon, Washington State, missing a bunch, Alaska, Colorado, Nevada. Maybe I said that. Just fly your own state flag. I know I missed your state. Whoever's out there, I know you already missed your state. I know all the names of the states. I'm not that stupid. I can fill them in if there's a blank map there. But off the top of my head, I probably won't get them all 50 right off the top of my head. But that's the whole thing. We don't need a strong leader in Washington D.C., do we? The hell with that garbage, man. We'll take care of our own problems in the state. They try to, and this is another thing they always try to do from the federal government. If you don't comply with our laws, we're going to withhold some federal funding. Screw you. You know that? Screw you. Yeah. It's like they try to make the laws in the state all mirror what the federal government wants. No, 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 no. We don't need that. We don't need that at all. And that's why, even though I'm not even sure about Trump, but let's leave that guy out of the equation. But say he was perfect, which I kind of doubt, but say he's perfect. He's better than Hillary, I know that. But say he was perfect. That's not really the solution. The solution is get right back to what the hell this country was formed about. The United States. The federal government was not supposed to be so super strong and all-encompassing the way it is today. So fly your state flag and, that tells the powers in D.C. to go to hell.